Both bots a little bit drunk out of the square by the looks of them. Had a bit too much to drink last night, but there we go. First contact. TVA the builder only flew back from America 2 days ago, and there's a bit of a rush build this one, but he's managed to get it into the arena. A little bit of gyro there. TVA grinding on OO's face there, through his eyes. He was a bit worried that his bot was going to self-destruct instantly, doing that so far. You can see the Gothic force of the weapon there on TVA as it flips itself up. Is always really bad at flipping itself up, especially when it drives forwards. It's really cool. Pin, so you can pin for 10 seconds in a fight before you much release. Whenever you pin, it does gain you points for the judges. So if we do not get a knockout in this fight by one robot going down the pit or unable to move, it will go to the judges. And when we judge it, we do judge based on damage control and aggression. Trying mic now. Hopefully this one's a bit better. So when we fight on damage control and aggression, control the match. Were you pinning the other robot throughout the fight? Were you dictating the pace of the fight? Damage is pretty obvious. What damage have you done to the other robot? So, TB going to be doing a little bit of damage to the front, even if it's not necessarily disabling the robot all that much. It is doing some damage, which will count towards the judges. One of them is now open. We have 1 minute left in the fight, so both robots are now for a knockout. We have 30 seconds left in this fight. They are dangling over that pit. Ah, there we go. A couple of good hits to start off the fight. Exelar seeming to come out on top so far, although his top plate is looking a little bit skewy already. Hoi! Really good punt right there. If it was in the other direction, I might have knocked it out of the arena. Hey, there we go. Exactly what I just said. Well, TVA lost one of the tyres off its wheel hub. Still able to move around the arena. Not necessarily controlled, but it is moving. That's all that matters. Whoop. Oh, there goes the other wheel for TVA. Unfortunately, moving around just on the vibration of your weapon does not count towards movement, so it is going to get counted down. All right, we're going to do a countdown in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That is a knockout. Tombstone's weapon looking like it sits just a little bit above the height of OO, but it will be able to hit the wheels if it does get them lined up correctly. Tombstone discovering that it indeed drives better backwards, which is an interesting strategy when your weapon is on the front. OO pushing Tombstone into the corner there, jamming his weapon up. He is going to get that pin, earn a few points for the judges. OO is a wedge. He can't really deal damage, so he needs to do everything he can to either get the opponent down the pit or win that favourable judge's decision. Tombstone doing a good job of hitting the arena and not his opponent. OO doing a very good job of controlling Tombstone there. Just keeping on top of him, pushing him around the arena, sort of controlling the fight. Oh, Tombstone getting a good hit on OO finally there. Oh, and OO's lost a wheel, possibly from that hit. That is now two. Oh, and the other wheel is gone. There we go. Tombstone taking out OO there. Deathwish getting a really good punt on Top Chopper there at the start. Top Chopper now upside down, but flipped right side up again. And both robots still spinning. Although Top Chopper looking like it might be a bit off balance. Well, Top Chopper making it behind Deathwish and chopping the wheels off. Deathwish still moving though. Top Chopper completely taking a wheel off the back of Deathwish, but Deathwish is still in the fight. He can still continue. Oh! Top Chopper's motor has come off. It is still spinning, but only just. All right. Top Chopper is down a weapon and upside down. Deathwish is down a wheel, but is still moving and still has a weapon. Top Chopper looking like Top Chopper might be stuck and unable to move. No, Top Chopper moving again. Both robots still functioning, but only barely. All right, there's 1 minute left in this fight. The pit is now open. Top Chopper inching towards that pit, not necessarily the direction you want to be inching towards. All right. Top Chopper, if I'm not seeing more movement, I am going to start counting you out though. Or you can just drive yourself down the pit and we'll call that anyway. All right. All right. Top Chopper, you're not moving. We got to count you down in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, big congratulations to Deathwish there. Sorry. All right, we've got a new fight underway. Blue Guillotine versus Midnight Sun. Two vertical spinners. Slightly different designs, but similar concept. Midnight Sun won our last competition, so it is the reigning champion currently. And Blue Guillotine has done the thing. So it looks like this fight will be going to Midnight Sun unless Blue Guillotine can get himself out of that. Can you spin your weapon up? Will that help you? Nope. Looks like Blue Guillotine is indeed stuck. All right, that is a win to Midnight Sun. So Cathedral of Chaos, a dual vertical spinner. Two different weapon motors, two different weapons onto one robot. Neo AF, a flipper robot. Wearing its defensive armor. Midnight Sun getting a good little bit of a punt there, but Neo AF doing a very good job so far of sort of outmaneuvering Cathedral. Neo AF doing a really, really good job of sort of controlling Cathedral there, pinning it in the corner, getting around the side so it's keeping away from the weapons as he drives into the weapons. I say that. Commentator's curse after all. Oh no, Neo AF looking like it might have been stuck upside down with its flipper arm open. All right, I'm going to give you a countdown from 10, see if you can get yourself going again. All right, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.5, 1, 0. Alrighty. Big congratulations to Cathedral of Chaos there for taking the win. Oh, Tombstone not doing his weapon bolt up well enough and weapon flying off. That unfortunately happened in his first match and it's happened again. So Tombstone now reduced to essentially being a very weird shaped triangle wedge bot. TVA's weapon is still going. It in theory now has the upper hand with a weapon. Will TVA be able to capitalize on that advantage that has been given? Never mind, TVA has now lost a wheel. So TVA has a weapon but only one wheel. Tombstone has no weapon but still has two wheels. Tombstone using what it can of its back end to try and do a bit of wedging on TVA. That pit is probably going to open soon. It's probably not the best corner to be holding in at the moment. Tombstone keeping TBA in that corner, hoping that pit will open soon. TBA trying to get away, but Tombstone doing a good job of keeping him in that corner. We've got 10 seconds till that pit opens. It's looking like we can see what is going to happen. Tombstone is technically not pinning TBA. He is just keeping on top of him. Although Tombstone has suddenly found himself reversed in that position. Oop. Tombstone almost drove himself down the pit there. And again. Tombstone trying to use the front of his bot as a wedge. TBA going off the edge, unfortunately. Oh, no! Oh, what a really unfortunate way to go. Both robots coming out swinging so far. Looks like neither's really getting much of an advantage. There's definitely a few chunks of orange littered around the arena that I can see already. Looks like Top Chopper might be getting a few chunks potentially taken out of the front of work. But Top Chopper getting flipped over a bit there. His weapon is looking a little bit bent. It's hard to say whether that's from a previous fight or not. Working Title, getting a few good hits on Top Chopper now. Both robots looking a little bit unbalanced. Both of them sort of jumping around a bit. We can definitely see more bits of orange scattered around the arena. Most likely coming off the weapon of Working Title there. Top Chopper, however, definitely looking very unbalanced at this point. Working Title doing a good job of pushing Top Chopper into that corner despite the weapons going. Giving him a good pin. You can pin for 10 seconds. There we go. One wheel has come off Top Chopper. That is definitely not the situation you want to be in. He then hits his own wheel. All right. All right, that pit's about to open, and they are now close to that pit. Top Chopper now upside down. Can it move? All right, if I'm not going to see any movement, I'm going to count you down. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. There. Oh, there we go. That is out the pit. Good hit there from Marshmallow, knocking Neo across the arena. Seeing a few bits of blue fly off Neo there. Oh, a few bigger bits flying off there. Marshmallow a little bit wobbly there for a second, but he's recovered. Can see a little bit of damage there on the front of Neo, but that flipper is still working. Oh, you can hear Marshmallow's turned his weapon up a little bit more. He's getting more serious. No more Mr. Nice Guy. All right, that first... Oh, no, this is non-destructive. This is destructive. The pit won't open until 2 minutes. My apologies. Marshmallow attacking the arena wall. Almost throwing himself out of the arena there. That is one thing you do need to be very mindful of with this arena. You can very easily accidentally throw yourself out of the arena. All right, that pit is going to open for realsy in 3, 2, 1. Big chunk ripped off Neo there as that pit opens. Neo's front end now open. That flipper is not really going to be able to do much anymore. It can still open, but it's lost a slip. All right, both robots going to be very careful around that pit now. All right, we have 30 seconds left in this fight. Will it go the distance? All right, Neo getting a good, well, sort of a pin at the end there. Trying to score a few points for the judges. All right, fight's got 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And that's the fight. Very good first punt there. All right, I'm going to need to see movement from working title. No, we are moving a little bit. We are good. We are still in. At the moment, it is a very one-sided fight, however. Oh! TBA suffering from the angled spinner problem, which is they like to jump up like that whenever you drive forwards. That said, Cathedral of Chaos also not driving too well. Guys, you're supposed to be fighting each other. I mean, you're supposed to actually like hit each other. Oh, there we go. A little bit of engagement, maybe. Oh, yes, there we go. Nice sparks there coming out of the... It is a pin, but you're not at 10 seconds yet. There's no longer a pin now. Fantastic sparks coming off these robots. He's doing better upside down. He can drive forwards. All right, that pit is opening with the bots there. All right, both teams spinning the weapon up, eyeing each other off. Cathedral of Chaos giving everyone a finger. One of us wedges stuck up in the middle. Exelar upside down. Trying to flip himself right side up again on his weapon. All right, Exelar right side up again. Cathedral of Chaos down to 1 out of its 3 forks remaining. And upside down. Exelar revving his weapon up. Trying to get the wheels on the back of Cathedral there. Exelar knocking Cathedral back onto its front wheels. Cathedral looking like it might be down to 1 out of 2 weapons and stuck upside down. Is Cathedral able to move? All right, is Exelar still able to move? Yep, all right, Cathedral, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And the win goes to the Exelar. All right, both robots spinning their weapon up. Oh, there's our first hit. There's chunks flown off something. Oh, no, it looks like it's part of the weapon support for the Exelar there. Is the Exelar able to spin or are they locked up? No, the Exelar looks like they are locked up there. Their weapon motor is a bit skew. However, they are still in the fight. They can still try and eke out a win. At this point, they just need to try and sort of outdrive Marshmallow. Maybe try and break Marshmallow's weapon in return. Marshmallow, on the other hand, however, is definitely got the upper hand. He can now afford to take things a bit slow, choose his hits. Exelar doing a pretty good job of actually sort of using his admittedly broken weapon as a bit of a wedge against Marshmallow there. Sort of using it to sort of try and sort of ram Marshmallow. Alright, we are approaching the halfway part of this fight. That pit will be opening in about 30 seconds. Marshmallow sounds like he's turned his weapon up a little bit more. Exelar still doing a pretty good job of sort of keeping his weapon front on, using that big chunk of metal to sort of prevent any damage to the rest of his robot. Right, that pit is now open. It's now scary for both teams. Marshmallow should accidentally knock itself down the pit. Oh, there we go. The Exelar's finally starting to lose more of his weapon on the front, but there is still 40 seconds in this fight. It's not out yet. Exelar trying to work out what strategy he can use, such as using his weapon as a flail. Alright, there's 10 seconds left in this fight. Alright, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Alright, that first pit is going to open in about 15 seconds. We are down a few robots. Lightweaver's thrown itself out. Top Chopper, TBA, Stockbot, they've all been disabled. They're all stuck in a corner. We do still have a number of working robots, however. Death Wish bullying Tombstone around the arena. That pit is open now. Tombstone looks like might have stopped. Ooh, Truth Watcher looks like might be stuck on something upside down. Oh, one of the forks is flipped over. Someone will poke you by accident, I'm sure, after the pit opens. Alright, Tombstone has no drive, but his weapon is still working. Here's whoever facing the wrong way for it to do anything. All right. The other pit door is now open. We are now down to both pits open. 4 remaining robots. Oh, looks like Working Title might be stuck as well. No, got knocked back down by Death Wish. Death Wish and Working Title, the only 2 robots with weapons still working. Death Wish and Working Title going weapon on weapon. Neo and Push It just sort of crab walking over there on their own. All right. Truth Watcher being pushed down the pit finally. Ooh. Death Wish getting a good punt there. Their weapon is looking a little bit skewy, however. The weapon is still working, but it's definitely coming loose. Death Wish upside down and then right side up again, but it looks like its weapon may have indeed fired. All right. Oh, Top Chopper back in action. Top Chopper got flipped right side up and his weapon is still working. But he's down the pit. All right. Okay. If we're going to give this about 30 more seconds. If we don't see a winner, we will call it a 4-way draw. Otherwise, we may be here for a while. Working Title, the only one for weapons still. All right, Death Wish and Neo stuck. It might just be... Oh, no, never mind. All right. Can we get one more knockout? Okay, we're going to finish this fight up in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, we're going to call the fight there. I'm going to give that one to Working Title. The only robot still with all of its wheels and a working weapon. Big congratulations.